moment. I just want to say, whatever that you may be going through, just know that help is on the way. And just know that you cry out to the Lord about whatever it is that you may be going through, whatever it is that you may be facing, any trials and tribulations that you may be facing right now. You just cry upon the Lord and He will hear you. I want to talk about this because this is a Bible verse that came to my phone, and it is in Psalms chapter 40, verse 1 and 2. And we're going to read, I waited patiently for the Lord, and He inclined unto me and heard my cry. He brought me up also out of a horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock and established my goings. And in your spare time, excuse me, you can read it in its entirety so that you'll be able to meditate on the scriptures and get what's going on, so the Most High can help you, understand what David was talking about, how he was feeling, and what he had going on at that particular time. But I just want to come and say that, the same way that when we're going through things or, whatever, trials and tribulations we may be facing, we're always so quick to call someone. We're so quick to call our mother, father, siblings, cousins. We're ready to call everybody best friend. We're ready to call everybody except for the Most High. Why don't we think to call upon the Most High, the one who can really help us? Now, I'm not saying that no one can help us. Yeah, they can. They can give us advice based on their experience that they've had, like I do. And, but nothing will ever compare to when the help comes from the Lord. Nothing compares to that. They're saying He can do it better than I can. Exactly, He can. God knows these things. God knows what we're going through at the time that we're going through these things. And He desires for us, He desires for you to call on Him. But at times we decide to call other people because we feel like other people can just console and help us. But it really can't. Not like the Most High can. The Most High can preserve us. The Most High can keep us safe. He can keep us safe. He can preserve us. As David stated, He pulled them up. He can pull us up out of the miry clay, out of that horrible pit, as David explained it. Whatever horrible pit that you may be in, just know that the Most High can get you out of it. But you have to play your part, which is you have to call on Him. You have to cry out to Him. There's nothing wrong with crying out. Sometimes we need to cry out. We need to cry out sometimes to get these things off of us, to get these things out. So we have to holler out, shout out, and cry. And it's okay, because help is on the way. As soon as you cry out and you just wait, you patiently wait like David did. He patiently waited for the Lord, and He heard his cry, and He came. He came to the rescue of David. And as I began to read further down, David had some things going on. He said that there were innumerable evils that had compassed about him, meaning that they had surrounded all around him from north, south, east, and west, from every corner, and that they were more than the hairs on his head. So you know he had some tough going on, you know. But we all have that sometimes. I sit back and I watch, you know. I've had it going on before as well. And there's a lot of things going on similar to that as well right now. But just know that help is on the way as long as you call out. And then David also stated in one of the verses that um, blessed is that man that makes it the Lord his trust. So we have to learn to trust the Most High. We have to learn to trust the Lord. Just like we trust everything else, we have to trust the Lord. We have to. You know, we cannot do this by ourselves. We try to do all these things by ourselves, but we have to understand we need help. And so the Most High is here to help. And I just want to say that on today. I didn't want to hold you long, but I just, thought that I would come and say that. And, you know, because this is resonating with me as well of how, the Lord, when you call on him, he's coming. Now, he may not come exactly right then, but you know that you cried out to him. You know that you talked to him. You know that he is coming. In his time, he's coming. And just know that whatever you're going through and while you're in it, just, I always say, whatever it is that you're supposed to learn from whatever it is that you're in, learn it. And not only learn the lesson and whatever is going on with you at this particular time, but also get the understanding of why you're going through it. Get the understanding. And that way you can, better deal with it, better cope, be able to go forward and cope with it and know that the Lord is there with you. Just know that the Lord is there with you. Just trust the Lord. Just trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge him and he shall direct your path. Just know that the Lord is here. He said he will never leave us or forsake us. He's always here. And and just know that he is here. As I stated, he may not come right then at that very moment. He's there. He's always with us. But, when we cry out, things might not turn around right then. But you have faith and then you trust in the Lord that thing is already done. That's the faith that we have. That we know that is already done. The Most High got this. It's done. And I know he's going to work it out. It's done. So just always remember, the Lord will preserve you. He will keep you. He will lift you up out of the muddy, 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 muddy clay. And out of those horrible, horrible pits. Yes, I have been in some horrible pits. Sometimes I just can figure out, like, I'm not going to be able to get out of this. I'm not going to be able to get out of this. And the more I whine and complain, seemed like the longer I was in the pit. But we got to understand as well, too, we can't murmur and complain. And I know it's easily said than done. It is very much so easily said than done. But after having a few rounds of that and having those extended stays that you weren't planning on staying in that situation that long, you begin to humble yourself and you begin to learn the lesson while you're in the situation, in the pit or in the clay, in the muddy clay. And you begin to ask the Lord for the understanding while you're in that situation, while you're in the pit, while you're in the miry clay, in the muddy clay. And then you accept it and you move forward. And before you know it, things have turned around. The Lord heard your cry. The Lord has picked you up. And He has set your feet upon a rock and established your goings. So I just pray that this was of encouragement to motivate you and to inspire you on today. This is what my channel is about. And I aim to just help anyone, as many as I can, based on my experiences and what I've gone through and what I may be going through. I'm just here to, help. And I would like to thank those who support this channel. I really appreciate you. And I would like to say welcome to the new subscribers. And I pray that you get whatever it is that you need from my channel. And I thank you for your support. I really do. So, until next time, Warrior Family, God bless. And always remember, cry out to the Lord. He will hear your cry. He may not turn it around right then, but know that it is already done. Know that it's already done. Have faith that it is already turned around. Learn the lesson. Learn whatever it is you need to learn. Get an understanding. Humble yourself. And always thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. All right, family. Help is on the way. Remember, help is on the way. Just cry out. Help is on the way. Until next time, God bless.
Kick. Everybody shake it, baby.